Hey, what's up? This is Zach here at the GM podcast in Bangkok, Thailand during Devcon. Super excited to be chatting with my next guest. I'll let him introduce himself. If you want to start off, like your name, your position, and the company that you're with here today.
I'm Andrey Kuznetsov, co-founder and CTO of Haqq Network and Islamic coin.
Very cool. I've heard a lot about that one actually.
Really?
So can you talk to us about how kind of like the history, I guess starting with Hack and Islamic coin?
Well, we lived in United Arab Emirates for a while, a few years back, and we've been wondering what to build next in fintech or blockchain space. And at some point, we understood that we've been so tired of what's been happening in crypto space, a lot of rug pulls and uh, lack of, let's call it ethics or something like that. So um, we felt like blockchain needs to create some kind of framework which incentivized ethical behavior, which incentivized practices which are not just greed-driven. And at some point, it was just a brainstorm. It was nothing serious, but at some point, thanks to living in Dubai, we understood that this particular framework already existed. It's called Sharia law, and it exists for a long time. And it's not just exists; it works in practice in traditional Islamic finance. So that was the moment of enlightenment, and we understood that we need to do exactly what blockchain, what Bitcoin or Ethereum did. They got traditional finance and made the traditional financial processes decentralized. So we decided that we need to do exactly the same, but with the Islamic traditional finance, put them on blockchain. So that's how idea was born. That's how we started Islamic coin.
How's it going? Like what stage are you guys in right now? Has the token launched?
The token is launched for more than a year.
Okay.
The chain exists for more than 2 years already. So, we're moving and we've experienced a lot of pivots already. This year feels like 10 years. And now we believe we found ourselves. The Haqq ecosystem is now focusing on Islamic real world assets. So this summer we tokenized gold. We are now on the way to tokenize platinum and other commodities. In particular, the ones which I mentioned in Quran. It's important for Islamic institutions. They conduct their deals through the precious metals and other commodities. It's important for them to obey the Sharia rules when they conduct deals between themselves. And retail-wise, we are currently focusing on Indonesia. It's not just the largest Muslim country. It's the fintech there is growing like crazy, and almost no one is working in blockchain space. And there are a lot of opportunities to not just build a business, but also improve people's lives. I will name you one example. Just a few days ago, one of the teams in Haqq ecosystem, they launched a product called Feroza. It tokenizes Indonesian debt market. So Indonesia is a developing country. It's growing quickly, but they are in constant need of liquidity. Growth needs capital. And I'm not talking about big or medium businesses. I'm talking about individual entrepreneurs who are selling food on streets. Here's the case. The person cooks the food, he sells the food, and in order to buy ingredients for tomorrow, he needs money. Sometimes he didn't sell enough just to buy new ingredients. That's when they go for micro lending platform and they lend money. It's important in a Sharia-compliant way, so that there is no interest rate. They always know how much they will end up paying. And this service of micro lending of such very small enterprises this is one of the things which grows crazy. And Web2 companies, or even just pure offline companies, they are the ones who are in constant need of liquidity. And at some point, we understood that there are two worlds: Indonesia, Indonesian market, and blockchain space, where a lot of stable coins are sitting and waiting for high returns. And by the way, this when you put money in this micro lending as a liquidity provider, you can get up to 20 or 25 APR. You will not find this kind of returns in DeFi, at least not with relatively low risk. So the Feroza tokenizes this liquidity provision to the offline Indonesian market. So you put USDC into the Feroza, USDC gets converted by the Feroza, gets converted to Indonesian rupiah, and these rupiahs are being put in work in Indonesian market. Then it gets back with up to 20-25% APR, converted to USDC, and so on. So yeah, that's just one example of what is happening in Haqq ecosystem. So, yeah, real world assets.
Very cool. And kind of, I guess, because I think you mentioned Sharia law, which is, I'm from the US, and, everything we hear about that is often put through negative terms, and it's cool to see that you're building a business around it in a positive way. And I think that's something that a lot of Westerners probably miss. So I guess, like, kind of, why did you decide, like, I mean, why to focus on Islamic versus, maybe, I don't know, Catholic coin or something,
Yeah, there are a couple of reasons. Purely, one is purely practical, another is kind of visionary or ethics based. I will start with the practical. Why not Catholic or Jesus coin or something else? First of all, there are 2 billion of Muslims worldwide, and 1.2 billion Muslims are connected to internet. It's by itself is a huge market. Second, Islamic world is much more united as a community. I mean, they are always discussing the values, what's happening, what's the Quran itself, what's forbidden, what's allowed. It's a culture, and it's so visible, it's so loud that it unites people. Even though Islamic world is also very much divided, it's still like a very visible community. But most importantly, it's the only ideology which has very clear ruling regarding finance, which is called Sharia finance law. And the unique thing here also that let's say Sunni and Shia, they are very much different in terms of how they understand Islam. But when it comes to finance, there are very little differences between them. So it's unique that Sharia financial law, it's actually pretty much universal across all of the Muslim world. And then to the visionary or ethical basis of target audience of the product. So I like to say that blockchain community of blockchain or crypto builders have kind of lost its original path. When Bitcoin was created, when Ethereum was created, there was an idea that blockchain will change people's lives for good. And what we see now is that crypto folks are building for other crypto folks, and crypto became a very isolated bubble. And people are coming to crypto space not to consume a service, because it's very hard to consume services in crypto now. but just to make money, and usually they just lose money. So the crypto became a very bad thing in general. So it's in my opinion it's not negative, but it doesn't have to be that way. And most Muslim countries they have most population most most part of Islamic Earth population has the very same problems which blockchain was supposed to solve. For example, in Indonesia, more than 70% of Indonesian citizens are unbanked, and hence they are underserved. They cannot consume some services even inside of the country, not to speak about something outside of the country. That's one. That's why we built another product. It's called Atlas. We provide KYC-less cards, Visa and MasterCard. There is a limit how much can you put at this card. It's just $1,000, but for them it's a lot. So they can buy a card for Islamic coin and eventually some other cryptos, and you can use it worldwide to buy something on Amazon. Without that, they just that's how it looks, the process of buying something at Amazon in some Indonesian village. The person goes to the village leader and asks him, I need to buy this. And the leader, he gathers all these requests, processes them in chunk, then gives it back. Another thing is these countries, such as Indonesia and many others, they skipped the time when everyone had a laptop. The whole country, even though they have these problems I mentioned, the country is pretty much digitalized. Almost everyone has an Android phone. And that's also the place where crypto can shine. Every community is united by financial interactions as well, peer-to-peer interactions. And when you speak about peer-to-peer interactions, why do you need Stripe or any bank? Blockchain is created for peer-to-peer. So yeah, that's about getting back to initial blockchain mission, to fulfilling it.
And what made you decide to come to Devcon this year?
Oh, yeah. I visited many other conferences this year, and I was kind of frustrated by just business talk, and I wanted to reconnect to builders. And indeed, a lot of actual builders here who are speaking about vision, about technical problems, about how to solve it, about what to do next in crypto, Bitcoin or Ethereum, which layer to stack is best, or how to not think about it, but just unite all of this layer to stack. So yeah, this conference embraces moving crypto industry forward, not just making money again.
I agree. Cool. Well, I really appreciate the interview. I wanted to give you a chance if you had any closing thoughts for our audience.
Well, I like to invite everyone to research more about Sharia law, even if you are not a Muslim, even if you are not, if your values are not aligned with Islamic values. It's just just from pragmatic point of view, it's a huge market. If I'm not mistaken, but by year 2025, the market of Islamic of Sharia finance will reach $3.5 trillion, not billions. And currently it consists of purely traditional finance. Just look at how other crypto unicorns innovated in traditional finance space, and you can repeat their path in Islamic world. So
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the fantastic interview. Make sure to follow them on social media, and I'm sure we'll hear more from you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, what's up?
But it's not something Genzio is afraid of.
If you want to survive, you got to build a hive.
You know we do not understand that we need a war.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Get back at the Genzio Media House.
Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us today.